This is a review of the ergonomics and practical features of the Whammy 5 pedal and is directed principally for the attention of the good people at Digitech, as well as all you hapless users. Firstly, let me be clear, the effects from the unit are very good. There are plenty of reviews on YouTube covering that. Let's start by looking at the construction of the Whammy 5. We have a very solid metal case, good size robust pedal, which being right-handed and therefore right-footed seems to me to be on the wrong side of the pedal, but not really that important. There is a small toggle switch to change the mode from classic to chords, and directly below it a rotating knob to select the effect. The effect selected is indicated by an LED adjacent to its description. The LEDs are arranged in two vertical columns. At the bottom of the two ladders of LED indicators there is a single foot switch to activate or bypass the pedal. On the right hand side of the case are the instrument input and MIDI connections. On the left hand side of the case are the output and power connections. I bought one of these pedals but sent it back almost straight away, and here's why. Let's look at my Mark I bass whammy pedal, alas long since shuffled off of this mortal coil. Digitech, if you see this and you know where I can get it fixed, I'd be jolly pleased to hear. This is a somewhat smaller pedal, but it has a robust metal case, albeit with plastic sides. The pedal is also strong, but perhaps a little small. In practice though, I never had any trouble using it. On the back of the pedal are all the connections. An input, two outputs, one wet, one dry, the power connector and a potentiometer controlling the input level so it could be adjusted for active or passive instruments. So already we have two features very noticeable by their absence from the Mark V. On the main part of the pedal we have a similar layout of two sets of LEDs, albeit that these are much more clearly marked. The top large foot switch activates or bypasses the effect, and the lower foot switch toggles through the effect presets. I think you may by now see where I'm going with this. The Mark I bass whammy is eminently practical for live performance. The input level can be controlled, albeit not during performance, but most importantly, the lower foot switch enables effect presets to be changed without having to fumble around on the floor of what is probably a very poorly lit stage, trying to find and then control the very sensitive preset selector knob found on the Mark V guitar whammy. The Mark I can be controlled entirely by your feet. Times have moved on and the pitch shifting technology in the Mark V is undoubtedly significantly better than the earlier models, but the real world usability has also nosedived. So here's my suggestion to Digitech for how the Mark VI should look and work. 1. Keep the dimensions and metal construction of the Mark V. 2. Keep the MIDI functions. 3. Replace the LED ladders with a decent sized LCD display like the ones on Zoom pedals, for example, like the G3. 4. Add large toggle foot switches, one controlling the preset selection and one controlling bypass, and if held down, switching the mode of the other foot switch to control the mix level of the harmony effects. 5. Make the classic chord mode selectable by firmly depressing the front of the pedal and have the mode indicated by different coloured LEDs, as with the Fender EXP1 pedal. 6. Replace the single wet output with wet and dry outputs. It would look something like this. Okay, these changes will add a few dollars to the manufacturing costs, but I would buy one, and I suspect the large jump in usability would persuade lots of other guitar players to buy one too. Lastly, make similar changes to the bass version. Thank you for listening, and all comments would be gratefully received. Thank you very much.